Hello.
Hello. Are you ready?
Yeah,
All right. Hello, my name is Katie. I'm the social media manager
I'm Samantha. I'm the director
of the Cattery.
of the Cattery. This is where we reside.
Yep, pretty much all the time.
So a lot of people get FIV, FELV, and FIP mixed up.
They do.
So we were gonna go over the differences.
I think that is a good idea because they are very different. All three of them are they all diseases? They're all very different
Yeah,
things, diseases. Um, and we actually have had all three of those at the shelter. We don't have any FLV cats right now. Knock on wood, please. Okay. No FLV cats at our shelter right now. But we do have a whole room for FIV cats, and we do have a group of FIP cats that are in our lobby that have survived FIP. Uh,
one is undergoing treatment still.
that's true. He's right here. He's so cute. Okay, so let's start with, you want to start with FIV?
Yes,
All right, FIV. What's FIV, Samantha?
you do FIV.
Okay.
What's FIV, Katie?
FIV is feline immunodeficiency virus. It's kind of funny. We actually have a group of people on who watch our lives, and they love to tell everybody what it is. So now I'm like, I can't remember what it is now because they usually tell me. But it's basically a compromised immune system. Cats can get it from like deep bite wounds or, doing the dirty.
That's very rare though.
It is very rare.
Yeah.
Um, and all it really does really is compromise your immune systems. Now, it because it can spread to other cats and because it is so stigmatized, we keep our kitty cats who have it separate so we can educate people about it. And we do not keep them from going home with other non-FIV cats because again, it's very rare and all of the kitty cats in our FIV room get along with other cats. And we encourage everybody who adopts to introduce their cats properly and
Yeah, we go over the list of
yeah, how to do it, what
concerns,
what to do.
what risks they're taking, which are very minimal, but they're still a risk.
Yes,
And we give them research, but we encourage them to do their own research.
exactly.
Um,
Can you remind me, do we recommend the FIV vaccine or no?
no,
No. Why don't we?
it's not really a thing, and it causes them to look like they are FIV positive.
Oh, really? That'll make them pop positive on a test.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we don't really recommend it. We don't do it here,
I don't even know of any vets that carry it, honestly,
honestly. Yeah.
or
So
that recommend it.
exactly. Well, you can't get FIV if you already have it. Right, Raptor? So yeah, FIV it's not scary. It's not as big of a deal as it once was. There was a time when it was considered a very big deal. It was new, and I feel like it's getting better, but still has a lot of stigma around it.
And there's still a lot of vets that don't read up on things.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a lot that vets need to know, and there's always new things to learn.
Yeah.
So something is going to fall through the cracks. I'm sure they can't learn everything about every single animal.
Right.
So a lot of vets still advocate, some even for automatically putting them to sleep,
Oh,
whether they're healthy or not, um, which is unfortunate. So
that is unfortunate.
even more, don't recommend having them like with
Mix.
other, yeah,
Yeah.
mix with non positive cats. Negative cats also is a way to say that.
Yep. Exactly. The negatives.
So it's all about, it takes a while for information to get out about anything really. So hopefully all the vets will soon know and
Yep.
help us spread the word. And
Exactly. FIV cats are awesome. You should get one.
so you just have to, if they should be kept inside, as we believe every pet cat should be.
Yes.
And if they do come down with something, they need to go to the vet right away, because it's important to treat them for symptoms of any illness so it doesn't get worse.
Exactly. Because yeah,
And
that compromised immune system makes things worse.
and other than that, they have typically they get more teeth issues than their negative counterparts.
Yeah.
So gotta keep on top of that.
Keep an eye on their teeth.
But other than that, their life expectancy is basically the same. As long as they're being fed a good diet and all that stuff is taken care of. So
yes, exactly. Keep them inside. All right. So that's FIV. Which one next?
Oh God. Poor Alpha.
Dewey just rolled off the couch and landed on Alpha.
A 20-pound
Yeah.
brick just fell on him. Poor little 6-pound Alpha.
I know. Alpha's like, what was that?
He's 7 pounds, but
he
still.
is.
Yeah. 7.9. I forget now. Anyway, FELV stands for feline leukemia virus. It is not the cancer. It's a virus.
Mm.
Cats can also get leukemia, which is cancer.
Yeah,
they
they're
are
different.
totally. I don't know why it's called leukemia.
Right? Like, why out of all the names?
Wikipedia probably tells me, or someplace probably tells me, and if I ever read it, I don't remember. I've just always been like, why?
Yeah, like that's silly. Couldn't come up with something original.
So it also decreases the immune system, but it supposedly the life expectancy is only 2 years.
Oh.
If that long. It's less if the cats are under 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Some say if they're adults when they get it, they have a better chance of living with it than if they're born with it or if they get it at a young age. So it's more of a fatal disease, and it is also supposedly spread through like grooming and water and things of that nature.
So a lot more, I guess, easily transmissible ways versus like a deep bite wound of FIV. Or FLV is more like sharing a food bowl. So that seems a little bit less or more extreme. We've had FLV cats in the past. We actually had them in a special needs room. They were really cute. They got adopted together, right? Yeah, they did.
They did. Yeah, and I will say both of those 2 illnesses are very rare.
Yeah.
Like less than 1% basically. Like all we take in besides returns and the random person that's a supporter if they need us to take a cat or whatever. I would say 98% of the cats we take in are strays.
Yeah.
And comparatively to all the cats we take in every year, we barely see any of either.
Exactly.
Less of feline leukemia. Exactly. There is a vaccine for that. And we do recommend it if your cats go outside. If they don't go outside, we personally don't recommend it. Some vets still want you to have it in case your cat gets outside. Mm-hmm. That might be that they don't believe you that your cat doesn't go outside.
Or they just know things happen.
Yeah, and ultimately it's up to you to research and see if you want them to have that. It's not considered a core vaccine, but it is. If my cats went outside, I would give it to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Just in cases.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want them to get it and then bad things happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, FIP.
FIP
is feline infectious peritonitis. I'm not reading a script that came right out of my brain.
Very good. You usually mess that up.
I know. Sometimes I get FIV and FIP mixed up, or I just get confused. Like I mix the words somehow. Anywho, FIP is a very serious disease. It's probably the most serious of the 3. Well, we kind of did it in order.
Yeah.
Not serious, kind of serious, very serious. Well,
yeah, there was a method to my madness.
You're so smart. This is why she's in charge, you guys. I'm like, I'm just getting it. Yeah, I was already there like 5 steps ago. Virgos.
Poor Scott.
Poor Scott.
FIP is caused by a common illness amongst cats called coronavirus. It is not the same coronavirus
Not
that
COVID.
we had. It's not COVID. It's and it has, existed for a long time.
Yes.
That causes sometimes much like our COVID, mild, but it's mild diarrhea, sometimes upper respiratory symptoms, sometimes a fever, and it usually goes away on its own, and it's fine. Um, so in some cats, which might be a genetic how do I say that?
Like an anomaly?
A genetic,
Abnormality?
I don't know.
Genetic mutation?
Yes.
Genetic mutation?
It mutates. The
Mutant.
virus mutates into FIP.
Hmm.
And up until a few years ago, it was always fatal. There's a dry version and a wet version. In the wet version, cats, their little bodies start filling with fluid.
So sad.
They get bloated. It's very sad.
It's horrible.
I will say, when we have had, before there was treatment, as soon as we knew it was FIP, we decided to euthanize them because they would be
humane.
suffering.
Yeah, it's a lot more humane.
In the dry version, they get skinny and they don't eat, and sometimes they have uveitis, which is like red spots in their eyes, and just unfortunately, dry FIP starts off like a ton of other illnesses, so
yeah,
it sometimes is hard to decipher
exactly
what it is.
Yeah.
Which is really bad now. I mean, back then there wasn't a treatment anyway, so the end was the end.
Right.
This, like, now it's even worse because you waste time trying to decide what it is before you start treatment.
Exactly.
And you could lose very important time. So early on, we were actually in a study for this medicine that helped dry FIP. But this medicine, you had to be on it forever, basically, and it was super expensive.
Wow.
And it all started with a little kitten named Claire. Aww. And the medicine, it did help her. And she lived for several months, but I went on vacation.
Oh no.
It was like a 3-day vacation.
Bad things happen when she goes on vacation.
And we had this tech that I found out later was not giving meds.
No.
And I think he didn't give her meds and she passed away, but
oh my gosh.
So anyway, we were involved in that study, and that's why I kind of know FIP backwards and forwards, unfortunately, but I guess it's a good thing.
It's a good thing now. We have a bunch of kitties in here that are cured of it, I guess, or recovered from it.
Now, I don't know that the medicine has been around long enough to say they're cured forever.
That's true. We don't know enough, but they're healthy. They're chunky.
Yeah. So the new medicine that came out isn't FDA approved yet, but you can still get it, and it's kind of expensive. But it is expensive. like you wouldn't even know these cats had FIP.
Nope.
We said dry and wet, but there's also neurological.
Oh, yeah. Neurological.
Which is only neurological. So we have little Alpha who honestly stumped us. We had no idea what was wrong with him.
We didn't.
He could not even lift his head anymore. And
he's like crumpled into like this pile of cat.
Within days. Yep. And we had scheduled an MRI in Houston, and I originally had said, are we sure this is an FIP? And I was told no for various reasons, which made sense because it didn't look like all the markers were not there.
Right.
And I just happened to be reading something, and it fit him to a T.
Oh my God.
Like it was Friday afternoon and his MRI was Tuesday. And I'm like, we had extra medicine. I'm like, I got permission to try it. And by Monday night, he was lifting his head. He could sit up. He couldn't really move a lot, but there was definite improvement. So we didn't go to the MRI, and we just kept giving him medication. And he's very wobbly, but he is 1,000% better.
Definitely.
So the medicine is definitely
It's
a miracle.
It's a miracle. Yeah. If you guys are watching this instead of just listening, there's gonna be videos of Alpha because I have a ton of them. We did a $2 Tuesday for him because we just weren't sure what was going on, and we needed the funds to try to help diagnose him because we didn't know. Like there were so many questions. That was crazy. That was such a stressful time.
Right now he's walking towards me,
He's literally
which
just
is
walking
just
around.
amazing.
I know. You'll see in the video the way that he was. I have videos of it.
And I will give my staff kudos because, like, the first instance of him walking slightly funny, I had a video.
That's good.
Yeah,
Thank
I was
God.
so proud of them. They caught it so fast.
Good.
And he went down so fast.
Yeah, that's true. He really did. That video, yeah, when they took one, like, why is he walking like that? Walking kind of weird.
Yeah. And his tail was puffy.
Yep.
His tail is still puffy.
It is. He's got a it might be permanent
It might
tail.
be.
But yeah, amazing. Incredible.
So those are the 3.
Yep. And it is easy
different.
to mix them up. FIP, FLV, FIV, they all sound really similar, but they're very, very, very different. All right. Let us know if you have any questions about any of those 3 diseases, or if you have any experience with any of them. We would love to hear about it, especially if you have any FIP warriors. Connect with our FIP warrior community. Also, guys, follow us on all the other things. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. That was Alpha.
Hopefully you could hear it.
Good boy.
I'm going to put my microphone next to him and see if he talks. He loves to talk.
Alpha. Hi, buddy.
Of course he's not going to talk.
Oh, sorry. Hey, sorry. Come here. There you go. Good boy.
Will you say a few words, sir? Will you say some words?
Okay, the end. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.